I apologize for how shiny my head is. I used to have hair. They asked me to write about why choosing or choosing not to choose sides is relevant in my life. I told them that before my mouth was informed by my mind, I heard the universe whisper life into my mother's womb. Lucky me. I might not have survived the sound of fate mumbling destiny while reading a novel on a love unfilled. He bookmarked where love had been emptied, and now I'm pessimistic. I'd give up, but which way is up to me? Where is down to earth when I can't stop thinking about having left heaven? I've danced with angels, yo, and solved multiracial differential equations in 3 dimensions. I stand in the 4th, now speaking of those 3 axial frames of reference, and not one of them describe what it is to be Asian. Sometimes, when I'm not being Korean, guess what I do? I speak Konglish with my mother and eat kimchi alone in my dorm so my roommates can't smell it. I hum Arirang to my dreams so they in sleep can be lovers under the covers. I imagine myself with straight hair and a grandmother that cooks for me every night despite her own desires. But when I remember my birthright, my birthplace, my inner fires, yo, if I had a log for every time I've been asked, hey Tony, whose side would you take in the LA riots? The earth would be a ball of flame and we'd wander lost in our lust to label everything we see, because for every sort of people you think I might be, they all know they're not in me. And all I hear are voices in my head still asking questions that don't move me anymore. I'm Black and Korean, devoid of sympathy for the culture vultures that circle overhead like some fateful halo that reminds me it's time to be free. From the 38 parallels I saw you drawing me, see, they asked me to write about why choosing or choosing not to choose sides is relevant in my life. I told them that before my mouth was informed by my mind, I piggybacked the universe's spine to tap into my chi. Lucky me. I might not have survived nearly 4 decades of fate's interpretation of destiny, but here I am, an interloper in the land where the packed snow smells of watermelon, and I traverse the hills picking cotton snowflakes that plant themselves in my journey, walking in circles. My racial profile eludes my facial style. I don't look the part, and I'm only Black by association. The misappropriate usage of my visage has been the ground on which I walk alone, treading the Mason-Dixon poverty line, perforated like my spinal cordless phonetic Nile tones. I'm light-skinned. Where do I fit in next to, I've seen you before, and my cousin looked just like you. And because I've got soul in the windows of my soul, I've also heard, he ain't just Black, I told you so. So sometimes when I'm not being Black, guess what I do? Speak in ebonics, quote Cash Money's greatest hits, purposely failed tests just to see if I'm keeping it real. Walk slowly, strut, say, what's up, shorties? Nah, shit, hey, got my finger on figuring it out, but when I'm out of my mind, what is insane? My father gave me the greatest lesson on what a Black man should be by not being around for me to follow his bad example. Now jazz is my mother, and hip hop my sample of what daddies be like. I've intruded into a land where the packed snow smells of watermelon, and I'm no longer picking cotton snowflakes but bad decisions, ones that spit the seeds of a freer future plantation, walking in circles, encircled by miracle manacles. I be dazzled and unfocused, Black, but only by association. And I don't even look the part that's played me, but time, it is implanted with watermelon seeds.